these prices, whatever the case may be. When they give you that signal of I need movement, that's when you're going to say something to this point of, sure, I can write them down, or sure, I can email them to you, but would you like to see the discounts that we talked about? See, they thought that this price may have included the discounts. They didn't know you still had to go through this next screen. To them, that's the price. That's what we want. We want them to weigh, will I buy at this price? A couple days ago, we had my field sales trainer go out with a new employee. And when he showed him this price for a $32,000 kitchen, the guy went, I'll take that one. And he picked it without even going through the discounts. Of course, he went, all right, all I need your driver's license and we'll get started. And he got her driver's license and he got both of their driver's license and he stuck them in his computer. And then he said, oh, would you like to see the other discounts that we talked about? And they went, there's more? And as he went through this, he created more value and those scales tipped, okay? So if they want movement, if you can close here, great, close. If not, let them be quiet. If they ask you for traction, write it down, email it. Then you're going to come in with, would you like to see the discounts that we have available? Remember we talked about that. Oh, we have discounts. Now the first one is that volume savings discount. In this case, your volume savings came out to be $1,200. Make sure you say the words in thousands and hundreds instead of the price 11251, right? Say it in thousands, say it in hundreds. Use the whole word when you speak about the volume savings. And then get a confirmation. Isn't that great? Because of doing business with us, we can buy in bulk, we can pass it on to you. And like I said earlier, you're about double the average size. So this is an awesome volume savings that you're going to get for doing business with us. Same thing with windows, same thing with roofing, same thing with siding. Now you can use that 12 months, no interest, so you want to revisit the 12 months. And then you want to push it to the screen where it says, okay, now here's your good, better, best. In the case of we're doing a countertop, you've got an acrylic countertop and your monthly payment's $123. Your quartz is $151 and your granite is $178. And it sounded like you really liked that quartz. I don't know, is quartz that one? Is quartz the one you're leaning towards? I try to get them to commit emotionally to at least gravitating a little bit closer towards one of my three options. I'm not trying to close them. I'm just asking them if they're leaning towards that. Are they more interested in that particular option? Okay? And then you're going to be quiet for a little bit more, and then they're probably going to ask you for more traction again. Okay, can you write this down? If they say something like, all right, what's the next step? You can close them there. You can say, well, which one of those works best for you? They're either going to say that one, and then you ask for their driver's license, or they're going to say, well, can you write them all down? And if now you're still on, they haven't said no yet, you still have more to go. If they say, can you write them down, can you email it? That's when you launch into your fourth section of the step 7 and 8. So we've got one peak here. They expect to see the price. We bring them down. We show them the price. They bring themselves down. We build back up again. We get them excited again. They should be sitting on the edge of their chair at this point. Their heart rate should be up again. And then you bring them back down again. Well, here's how this works, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. Look, when you're ready to move forward on this job, I'm going to come out and take the order, right? This is how I feed my family. This is how I put food on the table. So the day you call me, I'm going to come out. I have to bring the computer. We have to get some signatures. If you need to do a credit app, that's fine. No problem. But the day you call me, I'm going to have appointments on those days. So let me ask you a question. How long ago did you make this appointment? And they're going to say 7 to 10 days, a week, 3 days. If it's 2-3 days, say, oh, you lucked out. They must have plugged you into a cancellation. If it's 7 to 10 days, that's about average. If they say 2 weeks, I'm going to say, that's a little bit longer than average. We're typically 7 to 10 days. So no problem. The day you call me for the order, I'm going to have appointments on those days. You waited 7 days, 10 days. So I'll call the appointment center, and it's not a problem. I'll call the appointment center, tell them to call my customers that day, because like we talked about, I might be in Rock Springs, Wyoming. I might be in Denver. I might be 3 hours south down in Cedar City. I don't know where I'm going to be that day. So you're the priority. So obviously we're going to clear the schedule, clear the runway, so I can come back and visit with you and write the order. So when the appointment center calls those folks, he's going to have to push them back out. Now, some of these outer markets, they may wait 2-3 weeks because we don't get out to Rock Springs or Vernal very often. So when they call them, they're going to push them back. Now, you waited 7 to 10 days. You'd probably be okay if I called you this morning and said, hey, I'm really sorry, I can't make it. I've got to push you back. But no problem, I'll just put you back in the rotation and we'll be back out in another 7 to 10 days. You'd be okay with that, wouldn't you? And you shake your head no. Obviously, they're going to probably say, no, I wouldn't be okay with it. I've already waited, right? Yeah, I understand. And that's pretty much what the consensus is. Actually, about 27% reschedule with us. The other folks, we lose the opportunity to do business with those folks because we reschedule them. Well, look, some people take off work to meet with us. Some people get a babysitter because it's a pretty important project and they don't want the kids interrupting. Some people have used us on another job, and when we reschedule those folks, how much does it say about how much we value our current customers and going back to get other important business from them? So that's where the rewards program that we talked about, the points, that's where the rewards program comes in. If it's something that you're comfortable doing even while I'm here, and it does look like you're good with everything, and this is where you pick up your recap sheet. You told me that you're good with Sears, you like the countertop, how we do the install, and it even looks like we came in right about where you thought it was going to be price-wise. But if it's something that you can do while I'm here, then I hit the button and I show them, I can do this for you. I can give you $1,200 in store credit. You talked about the dishwasher earlier that wasn't working well. You can get a top-of-the-line dishwasher. Yeah, you can get a dishwasher, you can get a microwave, you can probably get a vacuum cleaner for that much with those points. Let me ask you this, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. I know you like the course, but which one of those works best for you? And then you sit down and you be quiet and you let them either say yes, or they're going to come up with an objection, or they're going to come up with another thing. Can you write this down? Now you've done your close. Now it's a matter of overcoming objections. But up to this point, you need to recognize how you deliver this is set up way back in company story. You've got to talk about travel. You've got to talk about the points at the end of the company story. If you miss those two key factors, this becomes a pressure close. So you've got to talk about travel and talk about it often. There's some offices that even teach when you come into the home on the warm-up, shake their hand and apologize for being late, even though you're right on time. I'm really sorry. I'm a couple minutes late. I just came from Price. And they're going to say, that's 2.5 hours away. Yeah, they run me all over the place. I got a huge market. I go to Boise, I go to Vernal, Rock Springs, and then you drop it and you walk away. But let's talk about you. Hey, can I get a glass of water? Thanks for having me here. Don't worry, I'm a little discombobulated now, but I'll get my act together. Let me get my survey out and find out, wow, that is one heck of a fish on the wall. And then you start your warm-up, right? So you've dropped in a little bit of travel, you go right into your warm-up, and you spend some time trying to find some common ground with them. But you must talk about travel early, and the way that we do it is in company story and in the points in the company story as well. So understand, just to recap, they expect to see price here, they're excited, you bring them back down. You work your way back up, you get them excited again about the discounts, they see the price, they come back down. You let them be silent, or you be silent, you let them work through the issues. When they want movement, when they want traction, then you can bring up and ask them if they want to see the discounts. You go through the discounts in dollars. You go through the financing, the 12 months. You try to find out which option they're more interested in or more leaning in. And then you go into, here's how it works when we want to place an order, when you want to place an order. And then you get back into travel. You talk about travel. The day you want to reschedule, I'm going to come back out. You'd reschedule, right? Most people won't. Yeah, that's kind of the point, is most people don't want to reschedule because they take off work or they get a sitter or they've used this before. So that's where the rewards program comes in. If it's something you're comfortable doing while I'm here, and it does look like, and you've got to revisit the bubble, including talk about the price, that's where the rewards program comes in. If it's something you're comfortable doing while I'm here, I can do this for you. And then you be quiet, or you say which one works best for you, and then you be quiet. So learn this. This is a great step 7. If you understand these 4 phases of excitement and pullback, you really tap into the emotional side of why people will buy. Getting them over the hump. Remember, we buy on emotion, but we justify on logic. Logic comes in steps 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We go through all the details, we go through the company story, we go through the features and benefits and all of those factors. This is where we've got to tap the emotional vein. This is where we've got to get them excited, and we're going to use everything at our disposal to help them get over the hump and make that decision. So study it hard. I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, let me know.
It says it's recording, but it's blank. Is there one's kept on it? Look at that.